At-Risk Programs by Rachel Werner. Inclusion in at-risk programs. What is inclusion? Inclusion is the act of including all people in any situation. What is an at-risk program? An at-risk program is a program that is offered to youth that suffer from anger issues, defiance issues, drug substance abuse, poor academic performance, poor family relationships, depression, self-destructive behavior, and deliberate self-harming. What does inclusion look like in at-risk programs? Each at-risk program is designed to focus on one of the above listed programs, so any child that is in that program all suffer from the same thing. Each child is encouraged to participate in any group discussion or activity. What are the different treatment programs for youth? The different programs offered include residential treatment programs, boot camps, drug and alcohol treatment, and outpatient programs. How do you decide which program is best? With so many different programs out there, it is wise to take your time, call the different facilities, and ask many different questions. Finding the right treatment facility that can offer your child what they need is very important. Mobility in at-risk programs. What is mobility? Mobility is the ability to move between different levels in society and employment. The impact of mobility in at-risk programs. The impact of mobility has in at-risk programs is that when people hear you were part of the program, they automatically assume you will be less successful in life because you struggled in a time in your life. How can youth in at-risk programs move past this negative stereotype? The at-risk programs are designed to treat troubled youth and to help them to develop emotionally. The programs have resources available to youth where they can finish their degree, apply for college, and talk to a person and confident about some of the struggles they are facing. The Coca-Cola Valued Youth Program is just one of the many programs that focuses on getting troubled youth into college. The Coca-Cola Youth Program is one program that aids in keeping youth in high school and on the path of college. In general, successful programs emphasize creating meaningful bonds between students and teachers, connecting students to an attainable future, giving students opportunities to work while in school, providing academic assistance, and giving students high-status roles in school. Cultural diversity in at-risk programs. Cultural diversity and its impact. A culturally competent program demonstrates empathy and understanding of cultural differences in treatment design, implementation, and evaluation. What are youth disadvantages? The youth disadvantages include socio-cultural factors, poverty, gender, and culture. School-related factors, disruptive behavior, attentional difficulties, and aggression. Mental health issues, anxiety and depression, eating disorders, self-harm, risk-taking behaviors, drug use, delinquency. All of these disadvantages take place in the high school population. How to accomplish cross-cultural competency in at-risk programs. Some of the competencies that the youth development worker needs to possess include improvisation, conversation, human qualities, expert knowledge, skill, professional commitment, and learning strategies. Advocacy in at-risk programs. What does advocacy mean? Advocacy is the act or process of supporting a cause or proposal, the active process of advocating something. What is advocacy for at-risk programs? The Educational Advocacy Program for At-Risk Youth seeks to promote school success and stability for youth who face abuse, neglect, or delinquency, with a special focus on youth in foster care. The program provides an advocate who creates and monitors educational plans, improves educational services, empowers and supports the youth, builds a supportive network in the school, and increases the role of school as an anchor. What does an advocate do? Some examples of what an advocate does for at-risk programs include building a relationship with the youth, obtain any needed education or support services, assists with school enrollment, reviews case files, and attends family court and team meetings. Assistive technology for at-risk programs. What is assistive technology? Assistive technology is any item, piece of equipment, or product system, whether acquired commercially, off the shelf, modified, or customized, that is used to increase, maintain, or improve the functional capabilities of a child with a disability. How is assistive technology used in at-risk programs? Well, at-risk programs are programs that are developed for children who struggle with something. At-risk programs are also available for children with special needs. They use assistive technology to help all children learn. What types of assistive technology is used? Assistive technology that is used within these at-risk programs include audio players and recorders, computers and different programs, hearing aids, screen readers, automatic page turns, talk to script, and many other cool tools. Motivation/participation in at-risk programs. What can people do to help motivate at-risk teens? There are 4 different things people can do to help motivate at-risk teens: competence, control, interest, and relatedness. What can the leader do to help make the student feel more competent? How can these at-risk programs help students regain control over their education? What different programs can be used to help at-risk teens understand the value of their education? What can the leader do to build closer relationships with these at-risk teens? Misunderstood or unmotivated. Most teens in at-risk programs are misunderstood, and some adults confuse that with being unmotivated. It is the leader of these programs to help determine how to understand what is going on with these children and the proper way to motivate them. How do you get at-risk youth to participate? School-based after-school programs have successfully involved at-risk students by working closely with teachers to identify and encourage them to participate, earmarking a certain number of program slots for hard-to-reach children, and hiring staff members who demonstrate an ability to relate well to these youth. These are just a few ways to help troubled youth participate. Mediation and at-risk programs. How does mediation benefit at-risk programs? Mediation and at-risk programs help youth work together to come up with a form of punishment that doesn't totally affect the student in a negative way. How can I help increase awareness of at-risk programs? One way to increase awareness of at-risk programs is to educate our youth about these programs. We need to talk about the importance of these programs and what they stand for. We need to teach our youth about these programs and why they are in place to help them and not to make them feel uncomfortable or different than their peers. How can you create connections through mediation? Creating connections through mediation in at-risk programs is possible through family mediation. This is where the parent and the youth work together with a professional to come up with a happy medium where both the parents and the youth agree to the terms. Mediation can bring the families back together through the proper communication channels.